Why does this even matter? It doesn't even matter in the first place. All these thoughts within our own heads, the opinions that we tend to hold, some of them that come from other people, probably most of it, honestly, when we get down deep into it, when we look deep into ourselves, the shadow version of ourselves, the version of ourselves, the parts of us that we continue to try and bury deep within, that we try to hide, we try to run from, we try to pretend like it just doesn't exist. All the inner work that we think is going deep, but it actually turns out to be surface level because fuck it, that's just how it be sometimes, or a lot of times in this case it seems like it. And the question always still comes up: is it even worth it? But in just various forms. It's like everything you do, you put yourself through a lens of those who are just better than you or just luckier than you. Is luck a factor? I think luck really is. If you look at like social media, everyone always says you're one view away, you're one sale away, you're one choice away. It's always you're one XYZ away from finding success in whatever it is you're trying to find success in, with or whatever. But it just seems like it never comes, and at some point you have to figure out first off, and then try and accept the fact that maybe it's just not going to work out. And the real question is, at what point does that actually happen? At what point do you go, yeah, this ain't gonna work. It's not working out now. It has been working out. Like, is it because I'm not putting enough effort, or is it just am I just too late, or am I just not good enough, or am I just not that type of person that people want to hire, want to see, want to date, want to eat the food of, want to even communicate with? It's a rough thing. It's a difficult thing to try and tell yourself it's okay. I can understand this. You know, things happen. Everyone's different. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone has their beliefs. But doesn't make it any better, any easier. Not really, honestly. It's still a struggle, no matter how much you try and look at it, right? You try and figure out, I want to be the best version of myself, but what does the best version of myself even look like? So you start looking at other people's, and other people's is theirs, it's not yours, so it looks different, but you say it looks nice. And then you try to go for it, and if it fails, you fall, or it works, and it's not the same, it's not giving you what you wanted, what you thought it would, and then you're just back to square one. Asking yourself again, is it even worth it? Is all this? Am I just wasting my time? Will all this matter in the end? Is there a point to any of it? And that's a fair question. It just, a lot of times it just seems like just giving up, just letting go, just doing something different, pretending like you don't know what you should be doing, or just letting everything go, or just doing the wrong thing. It just seems to be easier. In the mind, it seems to make more sense. No one really wants to struggle, no one really wants the difficulties. I don't care what people say. You have people who say, I love the difficulty XYZ, but I don't really think they do. I think the very people who say I love all this hard work, I think they're just saying that because they're running away from something, maybe something in their life or their past, or even maybe a future that they're scared to see, and so they just lose themselves in something else, something to eat up all their time. And that begs the question, like, how do you spend your time if you actually want to better yourself or to make chances, opportunities appear. And that question in of itself should be a simple one. But it's like the more you look into it, the more complicated it seems to be. And I just don't get it. It's like everything has to be so complicated. Why can't it just be something simple as... I don't even know. I don't even know. Like people will say, you need systems. And the simplest way I've been able to figure out systems is A, B, C. You start with A, then you go to B, then you go to C. Or for my more computer literate people, if statements. Or it's just like if then statements. If A equals A, then B equals B. If A works, then you go to B. If A doesn't work, then you either retry A again, or you go to B, or you just skip straight to C. Or it's like the more you try to think about it, then you try to figure it out. The systems, then it becomes complicated again. It's just a difficult situation. Doesn't matter. Does all this even matter? Even this whole video I'm making right now, this whole recording, all these words just doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I don't know. I hope they matter to somebody. I hope they do. Elbow doesn't seem to care about it. She just wants to sleep. But I hope it does. I wish to choose. I want to choose that it works. I think everything comes down to choice. Whether something matters or not is your decision, your choice. I think where it really becomes harmful is when you start pulling the answer of that question from other people's decisions. At the end of the day, your shoes are your shoes. No matter if they get bigger, smaller, roughed up, prettier, they're your shoes. No one else can wear them. No one else can actually take them. They can get replicas, but they won't be yours. And you have to choose what you do. How are you going to react with it? How are you going to let it affect you? What you going to think, appear? It's your choice. At the end of the day, you just have to make a choice. Whether it matters or not, at the end of the day, I think I've come to think it's just a choice. You have to decide whether or not you wanted to. You need to sit down and be like, what do I want to do? Is this important to me? Does it even matter? Skip the why. Why is just too much. Just start with a yes or no. Is this important? Yes. Let's do it. Let's do something with it. If no, let it go. There's only so much you can do. You have so little. Your time is very limited. And I understand that. We all need sleep. We all need work. And unless you got like a job that pays like 25, 30 bucks an hour, or you're living off parents' money, you really just don't have time to try and figure out some grand, complex game plan, scheme, measurement. You just don't have the time or energy. And so, why make it more difficult? Just pick something. Just pick something, go with it, and just see what happens. If at any point you just don't like it, then just go to something else. That's kind of what I think is a way to look at it, a way to kind of do it. Choice. Choices don't have to be difficult. They don't have to be complicated. It seems like everybody makes them like you have to do an entire dissertation on whether or not something is good or bad or yes or no even makes sense or even if it should make sense. Honestly, technically, yes, whether you pick your decision should have some level of factual logic behind it. It doesn't have to be no dissertation, but it could be simply, that looks fun. They're having fun. I might have fun. They seem to be making friends according to the evidence, the factual evidence I'm seeing. It looks fun. It doesn't have to be something complicated or deep. It could be something simple, or even as superficial as that. I'm rambling so much. I don't know where I'm at with this. I guess maybe I should try to actually give a more definitive answer. Or it's really just closes out. Does it even matter? I think it does if you want it to matter. That's what I think. I think your opinion, your decision, your focus, your yes and no, or even your why, is your choice. It's up to you. At the end of the day, all of the self-help, all the doctors, all the medical equipment, all the influencers, all the stars, professionals, professors, counselors, therapists, it's all nice when you have some good ones, but none of them can solve your problems. None of them can actually give you a choice that will truly be beneficial to you. They can give you some evidence, some information, some suggestions that might help with your determination of your choice, but at the end of the day, you have to choose. No one can do it for you. No one can be your savior, no one can be your hero. At the end of the day, it's your choice. And whether it matters or not, it's your choice. It's your choice. And let's just leave it at that and see what happens.